Hi, welcome back to the Lil Will Learning Company. And this week we're going to be looking at another SAT math practice problem, and it's involving graphing and looking at particular graphs. And the question basically asks, given the graph that we've shown you in the beginning, which of the following four matches the change that we're looking for here? Fairly straightforward. We'll take a look at it in a bit, and hopefully you find it helpful. Let's get started. Okay, so here's the problem that we're looking at. So we're given this graph right here, and it says the graph of the rational function f is shown, where y equals the function of x, and x is greater than or equal to 0. Now, which of the following is the graph of y equals the function of x plus 5, where x is greater than or equal to x? So look, if I just look at the initial graph here. I'm trying to find a location where the line goes right to a coordinate that's easy to work with. And I kind of see some here. Like there's 1 and 9 right here. There's right here, this would be 3 and 3 right there. I guess you could say 9 and 1 right here. I'm going to go with this little spot right here. I'm going to say that this right here is the point. Well, let's try this again. There we go. Okay. This right here is 3 and 3. So therefore, what we can say is the x coordinate right here basically is 3. But what we can, well, I'll make this a little fancier. Voila. But then that also means we're also dealing with y equals the function of x. So therefore, the function of x, if x is 3, therefore the function of x also equals 3, because that's the y coordinate right there. Now, what they say is which of the following is the graph of y equals the function of x plus 5? That means basically if we take the function of x and we know the function of x in this one equals 3. Ooh, let's just there we go. The function of x equals 3. But if we're going to add 5 to it, that's now going to equal 8. And that means we're going to get a coordinate that is the y is 8, but we're going to keep x the same as 3. X is not going to change at all because, again, the function of x is 3. Then we just add the 5 to it to get 8. That's the y value. And the one that shows that is basically answer D. That's why it's fairly straightforward. So we just go 3, 8, and lo and behold, this graph shows exactly that. And none of the other ones do. I could explain why the other ones don't fit, but when you're doing the SAT, you're timed. And so if you just know the answer is D and I just show it right here, take the victory and move on. So yeah, this one's fairly straightforward. And if you just take the function of x, and we know that x is 3, add the 5 to it, gets 8. So we have a coordinate of 3 and 8. Answer D is the only one that shows that. So you see, overall, not too bad. If you can understand the value of x and then the function of x, and you see where those values are, especially from the initial graph, it kind of gives it away for which of the following four it needs to be. And you could do a process of elimination, but I personally found with this example problem, it was just much easier to calculate and just find the one that matched what they were looking for. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.